I am reviewing a collection of short stories by Wells Tower called Everything Ravaged, Everything Burnt, which surprises me somewhat, not the title, but the fact that it's short stories, because I usually don't like short stories. I find that sometimes I'm a little disappointed that they don't go on to be an entire novel, or that maybe the idea doesn't develop itself enough in that short space. I guess like poetry, you have to be very, very good to write very good short stories. Luckily, Wells Towers is extraordinary. There's 9 stories in here, and it took him 7 years to write the 9. He was doing other things in between, like journalism, and he's been published in the New York Times and a number of other worthy publications, but this is his first book. It's extraordinary. There's tales in here about modern masculinity, mainly. I recommend it as a perfect book for men of all ages, of all interests, but I myself, being a woman, also love it, so it's not specific to male readers. There's wonderful bits and pieces in here about sort of ordinary happenings in life, but just dealt with so extraordinarily, well and clearly and cleverly, and there's no waste in his use of language. Every sentence is perfect. It just sings. The whole thing's a joy to read. And all the little stories are very much stories, so there's a lot happening within them. They're not boring, but they're just simple and clean. I adored it. The last story, I think, is the title story, Everything Ravaged, Everything Burned, and it's about Vikings. But it uses this modern parlance, so you're talking about these barbaric entities, juxtaposed with this very modern language and this very modern way of thinking about things being irritating or a bit rough. And there's an artist, which I just discovered, who's done an animation of that segment of the Viking story on YouTube, which we'll supply a link to. And the YouTube clip is just as extraordinary as this entire book is. I highly, highly recommend it.